yes, this will do very nicely. Very nice place you've got. Very chic.
As chic this was 5 years ago, I wonder, why an apartment like this? Why not just go and borrow an abandoned garage or building and just plan our heist there?
Nothing like a bourgeois bank robber to remind me of how strange Los Santos has become. In my day, the psychos at least had the dignity to be psychotic. Nowadays, it's all about home furnishings and going straight.
Okay, bull molester.
This is it. Well, it's not it, but it's something very big. It's not quite ready yet, but I wanted to see how you're doing. What I've got is a Flecca Bank franchise. And it's nothing too complicated. There's no buy-in. Now, normally, there would be a buy-in. You would put in money up front, we would arrange the job, and you would pull it off. But this time, I'll cover the upfront costs. Call it the price of getting a look at you. And there's no risk to you. Unless, of course, you count getting locked up or shot.
Well, it's mostly getting shot. It's not getting arrested.
What do you think? You got questions, comments, concerns?
No, because online characters can only speak Claude. The fact that you're only allowed to drive Lester's Aveo. Because the game's not gonna let you drive any four-door that's on the street or that's owned by you.
So, my taciturn friends, I suppose you want to know how we're doing this. Well, funny you should ask. We're driving out to the bank, taking a look at it, picking up some equipment, and then heading back to make our plans. Not very complex at all. We're not going in, we're not poking it with a stick. We're just sitting back and taking a look. You see, I like my scores like I like my dates. Across the street and unaware they're being watched.
Lester, the creepo Lester.
Alright, so why this bank over all the other banks in the state? Why does fortune favor this one?
Because Rockstar wants us to start as amateurs or rookies as a level 12 player to do heists. But eventually in the timeline, that gets changed to being a level 1 to save the world and rob the casino.
Security should be light. Well, relatively light. Light if your daydreams are raids on the Union Depository.
Light? More like non-existent, because there isn't gonna be any security guards in the heist. It's just gonna be an employee and 2 customers. Not a sin, I just want to give my homie some style points with that entrance. I'm not gonna send the fag about this hacking because it gets easier once you get the hang of it. But I'm sending the fact about people taking an eternity to get this done.
I'm calling Paige. She's my assistant. First she's gonna get us what we need, then she's gonna saw me in half. No? You didn't like that one?
I'd rather just saw your Aveo in half and put it back together with flex tape than listening to your jokes.
What, they're gonna charge us with thought crime?
Not so much thought as everything but the deed crime. We'd be caught with our pants down and a hard-on out to here.
Well, we're not getting caught. These are professionals.
So I hear. The cheapest professionals money can buy.
Yeah, even if your character already has like 3 or 4 digits on the rep level before this heist came out.
I like to think of it as investing in new talent. And until you and me start playing low-rent Bonnie and Clyde, that's the way it's gotta be. She didn't mean anything by that, by the way. She's just a little brusque.
If they were offended, they would have said something.
More like look back and just give a face or an expression. We can't talk, so there's no stopping of just giving a physical answer.
Now, Paige, we'll set up a board for you, won't you, Paige?
I'd let you do it if you could reach. I mean, I didn't see any milk crates for you to stand on.
The most important thing to look for in an employee is respect. You can't get anything done without respect.
Even if she said something disrespectful about something that we, as guys, can't control. Okay, short of Lester.
Now, Paige is setting up this board on which you will plan your scores. You'll use it to set out all the prep work you need to do, select your crew.
Forget about figuring out how am I supposed to split the check with my friend or a random in a heist. I want to figure out how the hell that Paige wrote everything so fast on the board.
You're only going to need one thing for this job. It's a high-speed armored car. Now, instead of getting one legitimately and leaving a nice long paper trail to your front door, You're gonna be jacking one from a nasty Korean crew and leaving a nice long paper trail to their door instead.
Okay, I can understand why we just can't take a Kuruma that we bought and customize, but why not customize the one we're about to steal?
They're into extortion, credit fraud, stolen cars, and some major robberies. I'd expect them to be packing, and I'd expect them to be paranoid. Come to think of it, you won't find a bulletproof car in the hands of anyone who doesn't have a healthy dose of paranoia.
That also includes people that run the Southern San Andreas website, right?
How's it driving? I don't want to call this an idiot-proof heist car. I mean, there's no limit to some people's stupidity.
Especially the racing side of this game.
If you think you can get away from the cops in a wrecked car, then go ahead. Trash it, sure.
Well, it will still be better than your Aveo. When and how did you get here?
Your first time. You know, the first times, well, it's never easy. There won't exactly be fireworks, you know. It'll be vaguely awkward and
Like, you not keeping your distance?
you'll probably stick the wrong thing in the wrong part, and you'll finish too early, and you won't be able to make eye contact afterwards. But
Be glad that there's no such thing as too realistic in this game. Because we're not actually gonna stick the wrong thing at the wrong place, either by accident or on purpose.
new worlds will open up. Something will have changed, you know, new opportunities, new risks. And that's when you'll remember that old Uncle Lester was here for you.
In which the next 4 opportunities will be a pain in the ass when you need 4 people to help you.
Okay, first time, Fleca! Woo!
Fleca, Flecca, Flecca, whatever you want to call it, I don't give a damn.
One of you drives, keeps the heat off of you. The other goes into the bank, goes to the specific safety deposit box. Then you get out of there, you get in that fast armored car, and you get the hell out of that place. Then once you're clean, once you got no heat on you, come see me, give me the box, and you get paid.
For the record, that Kuruma isn't that fast.
Once you walk through those doors, there's no turning back. Well, actually, there's no turning back right now because I've put a lot of work into this, and I'll be really, really annoyed with you if you don't go through with it. You know, I'd probably refuse to speak to you for a week and then spread nasty rumors behind your back and maybe set up a Life Invader page about what a creep you are.
Ironic.
No, it's not, is it? I should have made a death threat or, like, at least a mutilation threat. Said I'd either cut off your nose or I'd use your ass for an ashtray or do something with your tongue. Not that you use your tongue.
Okay, we get it. You're a creep and sus.
So, since we're actually doing this, I'm gonna talk you through it one last time. We've given you pump-action shotguns to take in. They should look intimidating enough.
Unless if you're a rep level 100 before this heist came out and bought an RPG. Which, in case if you didn't know, just get your RPG, aim at the hostages, and keep holding that left trigger or whatever button on PC until the driller is finished drilling the deposit box. This is to the ones that terribly suck at drilling. All you have to do is push forward the left stick and press the right trigger. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't need to push it forward. If you pay attention in construction or an automotive or whatever it is that requires power tools, you don't need to force it. That's not how it works. Totally an epic getaway that the military doesn't even notice a cargo bot with a magnet that's near their highway tunnel with police sirens blaring and gun shooting. So, where do we end up going before we going back to the factory?
Now show it to me. Ooh, yes, it is the holiday season at the Crest residence, and Daddy's out drinking. Say, you passed. And if that thing I talked about comes up, I'll call you in. In the meantime, if anyone comes to me, I'll mention you as a reliable pair of hands. Hey, for the first time that wasn't bad, but don't get clingy.
Okay, Klinga Lester. Keeping this verdict short, it's a good heist to start out with 2 people, although it could have been better in certain aspects, like being able to do this on your own. Because you don't really need another person if you think about it. Not having to scope out the bank as a setup and instead have it as a free mode mission, just like what we have now with the Doomsday and the casino heist. Being able to customize or upgrade the Kuruma that we steal, or use a Kuruma that we own. Sure, I know what Lester said during the heist or in the setups, but still, it would save a lot of time just to get to the heist right away. But yeah, anything that I missed, say it in the comments. Sorry that I forgot and never mentioned it, or even never acknowledged it, or I have acknowledged it, I just didn't even bother to mention it. You know? So, this is it. See you in the next one, and here's a few clips that me and my friend were encountered with during our recordings of this heist.
As you're careful. If you're not careful, they'll clock you, and then you won't get any choice how this is going down.
Okay, this scene tally is gonna be things that I should say about the introduction cutscene that plays before you even start doing the setups of this heist. The part where Lester mentions about rearranging meetings with people online in the real world. That's typical antisocial Lester for you. The part where Lester mentions about real work, which took Rockstar almost a year to get that prepared. The part where he says about his neck being his best feature besides his conversation that he likes to put it on the line. You don't look like you got no neck.